Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over everything T1's Guma did during the World's 2023 Championship. Without further delay, let's dive straight into the action.
A wry smile on his face as he manages to get probably the most successful top.
T1 just goes for the blades. Arrow coming in.
Yeah, Owner is going to get blocked out, so Koshik is going to be able to take this one. The arrow is going to connect, but Yun is going to be able to cleanse that one away. Owner's still looking for more as the shockwave lands. Koshik is going to try and safeguard his way out, for the hostile takeover will cancel that, and Faker will bring some attention. Wards everywhere. Arrow going to connect onto APA. The hostile takeover comes through, and there is the chanting of CC. I don't know what's supposed to be Koshik, but they'll get the free kill on the Syndra. APA not able to make his way out.
And particularly on such a long lane, between the speed up from Faker plus the speed up from Jace, as Cole goes in.
Storm, that is going to be the hostile takeover though. It's Gumayusi's just raining hell down on Core JJ. He's going to be the first one to fall, but Summit does get the all-out Under Carrier. Not going to be able to bail himself out of this one. Bit too expensive, but the Q3 is going to connect, and now Gumayusi's in trouble. The arrow's going to connect onto Young, but it was Summit that was the problem. And TL will answer back beautifully in mid. They have too many methods, and now the TL Baron that we were just talking about, they're going to consider it here. The rest of T1 are in the area. Faker has teleport. There's 30 seconds on TL to make this play, and if they can lock this down, it could be a huge advantage for them. They need to keep Owner out of this pit though, as APA, he's going down low. Core JJ looking for his opportunity. Can he play bounce so they get him out of the pit? And it's going to be Koshik that locks down the Baron. Can they win the fight though is the question. The hostile takeover gets the kill, utilizing Yun to kill APA. It's a disaster for TL, and Zeus, he knows it. He's flashing over walls. Yun's going to be able to pick up one though with these chakrams. Have a feeling that that might be all he's going to be able to get, but let's see what he can do here. Uses the last of his mana on the moonshot. And yeah, he's in an alcove, and I don't know whether he's getting out unless it's...
Still going for Radiant Virtue here on the Renata, trying to build the Mosekiness.
Scat of the week trying to come forward here. Summit just by himself, finds himself, and the Magnus Storm under 3 is gigantic, and Summit's going all out. He's going to get out of the fight as well with Gumayusi. He's taken down Yun already. And Core JJ, both of them are going to go golden, and it's T1 that just roll over the top of TL, and even Summit will not be allowed to escape as Gumayusi looking to chase after him. He's got the ward in the brush, and I have a feeling Summit, by going the wrong direction, is probably still going to die.
After a 35-minute nail-biter with 2 Barons going over to TL, T1, well, they don't get the clean ace because Summit stays alive, but
they were winning until they weren't. Chronicler, and that is going to be the Nexus turrets falling down. Our observers following the story of Summit, but it's the Nexus that needs to be addressed, and T1 are going to take the game, the first game of Swiss.
Potential here with this pick, but it's a pick that can go splat, as we often say with Kha'Zix. If you do, is spiking so hard right now. They're only up 700 gold here, but the items they have on the carries they have are just so deadly. They're gonna actually take this turret, maybe more.
Paze is just eating the damage. I mean, he just sits on the ball, and Faker says thank you. Gen.G, this is very well set up for them to just take the Cloud Soul, and that they will. They're just gonna take down the objective, and in the front is Owner. He's just gonna get ripped to shreds immediately. Guma doesn't even get to do damage in this fight, as Zeus on the run as well, taking a punch. In goes Guma, trying to do something, but at this point it just looks like Gen.G are in total control of this game, and Faker just gonna walk away with just his life. The rest of his team is gone.
The rest of his team is gone, and this game, I think, likely gone with it. And once again, same MO from Gen.G. Control the choke point, kite back to Baron, put Delight in the front. He looks like a squishy target. Maybe you can push onto this Rakan, but Delight will turn on you on a dime, and they just cannot close the distance. Owner tries, ultimately without Faker's help. But like I was saying before, everything needs to work together with T1, and if there's no vision, if there's no choke point control, you just cannot do it against Gen.G.
Oh boy, Faker trying his best, but I think Gen.G have their sights on the Nexus as a massive equalizer over the top. Just the cherry on top as Gen.G
side,
that would be super powerful. It's more of that Faker just wants this for the general theme. Hold his own in mid lane and press his F keys really good and talk.
He's been pressing his keys pretty well. Owner, once again, maybe it's showboating, I'm not sure. Owner in a little bit of trouble as he does have some help from his squad, but he is going to be able to get away. Blabber gets hooked by the feathers, and now there's a massive equalizer on the entirety of C1, just trying to, C9 rather, trying to retreat out of this one. That's a huge play comes out from Keria, and they turn this one around, and even the tower can't get into this one, as Keria will disable that. This might just be a clean ace going into the hands of T1, and that it is. Nobody will fall on the side of T1.
An insane win here for T1, but we all saw it coming. They had control over the Dragon, and at this point in time, Owner is just so tanky, he could absorb a lot of that damage, and as the turn begins,
we've had a couple of 24-minute games as well. And, you know, Wolf was talking about it before. We're on pace for a perfect game. That's just going to be Berserker dead for free. There's just no help under the turret. He has flash, but no time to react. And T1 are just taking whatever they want on this map right now. And yes, they will get this objective bounty.
not a perfect game, chat.
Not a perfect game, but it's a perfect...
Really hard to criticize for C9. There really is no correct play.
Now Faker is just doing a dance in the enemy base at this point in time, picks up the quickness and just kind of shoves it in their face as T1. You know, they're on pace to try to break one of the fastest games that we have had here in the Swiss stage. The turrets of the Nexus are already going down. C9, they're gonna have to make one last stand, and they get the knock up here on a Zeus who loses a total of 0 health at this point in time as the Bard ultimate comes out as well. And Keria is having a lot of fun at this point. Fudge is in that backline, but he's just going to be ripped to shreds by the feathers once again. As T1 will play with their food, they will get what they deserve after this victory. As down will go the Nexus. T1 will move on to 2-1 in the Swiss stage.
Shun's nibbly. Told you so. He can pull it out whenever he wants, baby. He has the...
Here, the three-man invade coming out from BLG, crash down. Not going to find anything other than the red buff. Now they're backing away. Red buff still at about 1,000 HP. Owner taking some damage, gets ignited, has to continue falling back. Shun still trying to find a little bit of poke here. They engage. Oh, nicely catching Owner out, but now Shun's going to back away. Owner with a flash out, trying to stay alive, but now Elk is under pressure, down to 100 HP. They're nearly going to kill him. It's first blood back over to T1. Now we're all leaving to go do our homework. Keria finds a tongue lash onto Yagao. No more follow-up here just yet. Nice root coming out from Gumayusi. Now they're going to go in. There's the wombo combo. T1 ain't going to kill anybody just yet. Yagao barely gets away. Owner's ready to swoop in for the Cataclysm. And on gets turned off. Gumayusi flips the switch. And now Shun tries to fire back.
We're fine without you, buddy.
All right, pin is low. Still lots of free firing damage coming out from Gumayusi. Remember, there is no ulti available for Alcon. Goes in, finding a Magnet Storm onto 3, but he ain't gonna find any kills just yet. On is gonna die first. They take out the jungler second. Ben ain't gonna get it. Shun is down. T1, run them over.
The range is lethal from T1. 4 versus 5. BLG just can't even get close to T1. And when they finally do, Keria devours his mid laner.
Will do enough work onto the inhibitor here in the top side themselves. Zay is about ready to transform. Magnet Storm was used for a whole lot of nothing. Owner's got Yagao locked down, but Owner's gonna drop instead. They'll trade him back for the mid laner, and Shun falls too. Now it's 2 inhibitors down, and a 4v3 for T1. The souls are all over the place, but they're the souls of BLG players, as T1 is not stopping here. Elk may have been the one to take out Owner, but now the push just keeps going. Zayas will grab another on Ben, as Elk has the killer instinct right back into his own fountain. He flashes away just to live. T1 just stomp BLG in game 1.
Keria's out. Get season 2.
What do you mean, man? She was the main character of that show. How can the main character not have fun?
Okay, Tom Kent.
Scrapping up here in the top side. As now we are going to see a TP coming in, but it's from Yagao, who just picked up the Leandries. Owner's going to lose the opportunity for his combo, and the Dragon's going over to T1. But what about the fight? On trying to get away. Guma wants to get excited. Beautiful engage on Yagao. T1 may lose their jungler, but they're going to get 3, and a Drake back for it.
And half-elfed him, but now he's behind them with a big flank.
He's looking for the flank. Beautiful 2-man stun. Gumayusi gets hit by it. On's coming around from the side. Guma's got to be careful, but Shun flashes back over the wall off to the left, keeping himself alive as Elk gets trapped in the Cataclysm here yet again. The feathers fly. Owner tries to stay alive. A dunk from the Super Mega Death Rocket. A double kill of Gumayusi. He's excited, and he just can't fight it. T1 are turning this game on.
The mountain goats up on those tiny cliffs, like, it is crazy.
They're trying to catch Owner this time, but instead, it's on, and Gumayusi's unstoppable. They found Yagao! Shut down for...
They're sending Zeus right for him. The two bouncers here, Keria and Zeus, gonna make sure he's getting nowhere near that thing.
Not getting an opportunity to even try.
Oh, but they got him with the tongue lash.
Oh!
Elk gets to flash over the wall. Elk with a potential massive outplay, and Zeus goes into the stasis, but he keeps himself alive. Gumayusi is dominating, and Bin will not find the stun here with a counter strike.
All of T1 is, yes, Faker with his crown shattered.
Okay, Owner with the engage, forcing the flash out of Yagao. Beautiful flag and drag right back out over the wall. Bin gonna be the target now as On looks to try to provide some disruption. Shun back over with a ball breaker, but he ain't gonna find a whole lot. Re-engage from Owner. Stopwatch to stop them in their tracks. Oh my goodness, it's T1! Just absolutely rolling over them. Double kill for Guma, triple kill for Guma. Owner picks up another. Bin's the last man left alive, and he's gonna walk home with a broken leg. T1 absolutely dominating.
T1 barely walk away with a scratch. The damage is completely...
For T1.
Oh, hang on, back in the action.
Back in the action yet again. Shun trying to get away. Super Mega Death Rocket not going to find the target, but Gumayusi finds the kill on Elk instead, and they'll happily take that. Bin trying to disengage with a lead strike back to his jungler, but now he's going to be thrown up into the air by Owner yet again. Shut down over to Gumayusi. T1 may have just won the game.
Another convincing fight for T1. BLG just, they have no options in the fight. T1 are just consistently getting the better of them. Shun is forced to retreat. The TP now coming in from both Zeus and Faker.
T1 are ready to end it here. The early game was tough. The top lane was rough. And for BLG, it was not enough. T1, the greatest team ever in League of Legends, is ready to bring it back and do it again. They're on the Nexus, and they're on their way to the quarterfinals.
And I've heard about it. Neela's gonna get locked in. It is the Neela Senna lane. This is something that's gonna be on.
Have to be careful about locking themselves in the pit. Keep your eyes on Guma if he gets to the back line. Owner now stepping forward. Dragon Soul stolen, and now it's Gumayusi looking to tear through the entire team. Goes golden right to the back line. Zeus continuing to step up, but Zeka needs to be the difference maker. Zeka needs to hold on, but there are too many members free firing into the Gwen. Zeus stands strong on the back side of the fight, taking down so many.
Game one as well.
An incredible start to the series.
Even once this Blitzcrank got out of lane, there wasn't much recourse for him, and T1 on the push. Zeus may be in trouble.
Zeus off to the side, but LNG has to be careful about overcommitting. Zeus still just taunting them, teasing them. Blitzcrank, can the hook come out? Cataclysm locking him in. They will connect, but he pulls it back. Apotheosis! Gumayusi ascending to godhood in that moment as LNG are torn to shreds. T1 too far ahead. They make it look effortless.
It's a clean ace for T1. Baker shockwaves the minions just to speed up the demise of LNG. The Korean fans erupt here as T1 gonna claim game number one.
Busan will not be silenced yet.
Yes! This is so funny because I was talking about that in Pick and Ban game number one. How Kazan will try to retake some of this vision. And LNG are going to try to get the Scuttle and see if they can find the better angle for the engage.
Scuttle down. Gala great guns for a fight. In terms of sustained DPS, he absolutely outclasses Guma. But if it just comes down to a poke battle, he will not come out on top. LNG forcing the issue.
Hong doesn't have a good angle to engage at all, though. Like, look where he's playing. He's almost like trying to mark Zeus, but he needs to get to the back line. They're going to go.
Flash in. Owner Gala manages to make it out safety. Isolated for now. Looking for Zeus over the wall. Zeus on the back line. But Gala forced to safety. Chakrams stacked. Zeus can't find the angle, but the shutdown coming through for Faker. T1 taking the fight anyway. Gala looked good.
As he comes over the side there, gets right into both the carries from LNG.
For the Infernum ultimate.
Owner a little bit chunked here, and Hong's looking for that angle. They're going to try to pinch Zeus.
Dragon resetting a little bit here. Both sides backing away. It's just a battle of poke. Both sides hoping to bait the other one into pressing the trigger. The charm now coming through. Will it be enough to lock down Zeus? No is the answer. Scout given to the Aatrox as tribute, and now Gala's in trouble. T1 coming alive. They see the window of opportunity. They see the weakness in the armor of LNG, and they tear
split asunder. There is no room left in the fight. T1 will take everything they want in this game too. Hung, a last desperate effort, but the TP's coming mid. I mean, that's gonna be game.
They're gonna throw for the end. T1 put LNG in a lose-lose position. You have to contest for this objective. Elder, just too much power to give over. But T1 patiently prodding, find the angle.
And the fervor of the fans in Busan will not force T1 to play over-aggressive. They keep their discipline, they remain composed, they close out cleanly versus LNG in game 2 and bring us to match point, a semi-final spot on the line.
I think engage options are really, really poor, I do think, for LNG. For LNG, I think the early...
As we might have another return play here from Tarzan.
Rinse and repeat, finding the lineup, finding the angle, instant damage coming through Falio so they can get the root as well. If they could find the mark, but nice counter punch coming in from Guma, using the ult to stop the play in its tracks. Gala continuing to step up. Desperate to get a little bit more here, but has to be careful. The mark now coming through. Bar is good damage. Guma wants to finish it, and he gets it! Absolutely! For Tarzan in just a couple of seconds here, counting down, ticking away.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Faker gonna try to cover early ult to try to make it out safety. T1 backing off, are they gonna kill? LNG linger for a bit too long, not respecting the burst, and here comes Faker. Tarzan getting shredded by the soldier. One more is gonna do it.
It's like 20 shock blasts in a row that this guy has hit. He's monster fed. And he is just having them
Handshake back, connected down to the wall. Zayu's firing up with so much damage. Down go Zika. The pushback is massive. Gala knocked out at T1. Eyes on the prize.
And it's the God of Thunder. He loves his lightning champions, and Jace was always his most iconic. And in this final game, Zeus shows why he still pulls it out.
Final push now. LNG, one last desperate hold. But they've got nothing left. And even as every other LCK team falls away, Faker stays standing. T1 stays standing. The last light of the LCK burns bright, and Busan is ahead to the semifinals.
With Jin and T1, none of it good. And it is also a really big pivot away.
Wrong.
Getting low.
But opted for lethality. He's still relatively squishy, all things considered. Zayas still stepping forward with the Infernal Chain, looking for the lockup. Tempered Fate now coming in, isolating Knight. Knight right in the back line, and Owner immediately with the follow-up engage. Zayas still standing. Now finally the bias going in, but it might just be too little too late. Knight, Zayas CV to the back of the fight. Zayas ticking, burning, but the shutdown is 369. But now they're just fish caught in the barrel, waiting on the slaughter of the curtain call. T1 stepping in and dominating the Herald in their favor. They're not willing to give up this Drake for free. Owner into the pit, and he will steal it right out of Kanavi's hands. Curtain call over the wall. There is nowhere for that buy to go. Guma now on a killing spree, missing, running for his life. Locked up into the wall. Equalizer used just to keep the support alive.
T1 make it look effortless there. They just...
As well, it's everything. Owner waiting in the darkness. Gen.G, this is such a tough angle to fight from. Continuing to stay around, continuing to stick around, willing to give up so many resources. The crash in mid lane already happened from the Herald. The tower slowly but surely crashing. Or rather breaking down now as Dragon still aggroed here. Carrier playing on the edge. Ruler going through the portal. Feathers fly, but to little effect as Gen.G just have to run the pullback over the wall. Now they're just trying to isolate and take out Zeus. Big gold influx for the side of Gen.G. Can they take the fall fight? Already the equalizer burned. Carrier running through the magical journey. Everybody trying to get out, but Owner will be denied. Owner cannot find the escape, but it doesn't matter because T1 are there in time. Missing, trying to fire back. Gumayusi out of ammo, desperately trying to reload, but here comes the kunai. Here comes Knight, the flash away to safety. 3 shots left in the barrel. Manages to lock him down, playing on the edge, missing as he stepped
Faker's
into
coming!
bar. Faker on the flank. No shockwave. A lot of help. Has to play careful here. Knight, no ultimate. Needs to make his way out of this one. The lockup there from Guma from so far away. Owner coming in. The pullback on the missing, trying not to stick around for too long. One taken down already. Knight now going in, trying to turn it back. Guma says not. Down to Kanavi is big. The lineup is there. Zeus immediately going to look to knock him down. Can they find it? Kanavi now going right back into Zeus. Owner in the area. Big damage coming in for the Dark and Blade. Missing on the backside, trying to buy some space. With a shockwave, it's clean. And in comes the curtain call. It is Zeus wreaking havoc on all of Gen.G to finish the fight.
JDG.
That's a clean ace. That's got to be the game. I think they can push for the end.
Halt construction on the Golden Road immediately. T1 have something to say about it.
From start to finish, they have been in the driver's seat from the creative pathing in the early game of Owner to shut down 3-6-9. T1 have their eyes on the prize, and the prize alone. A spot in the finals, or at least one game closer. T1 showing up massive in this first game. Missing, and Kanavi should not be enough. The Nexus lower and lower. T1 drawing first blood in this series.
Here, Zeus, I'm sure, is going to go Lefeld, even facing Cassante. But I think the main thing with Senna
Between them and that huge achievement. Carrier on the level 1 is going to lead the way with the Ash.
Sing taking so much damage, but now continuing to free fire to Carrier. Carrier has to be careful. Will he be forced to flash over the wall? For now, standing strong. 3-6-9 on the backside, has popped the Ghost. 1 Q stack going, but he can't really find an angle in. Has to be careful. Third stack missing incredibly low. Q through the creeps, trying to pick up some souls. Owner getting lower and lower. 3-6-9 for Zeus up to the side, but Owner getting burned down. Owner level 2, he flashes in. They get first blood. It's traded back. Knight running for G, clearly much more worried about losing control on the Baron side. Kanavi going in, immediate start to the fight. Faker now locked up. The pie does so much damage. Kanavi's early game lead put to good use here. The GA now coming out. T1, can they fight back? Zeus leaping in, will get Kanavi in the end. 1-for-1 thus far. Zeus going back under the Azir tower. The rest of T1 now need to barrel into the fight, but it's eyes on Knight. Can he get more damage down? 3-6-9 in the midst of everybody, and he's going all out into the back line. Only the support left standing.
They're going to push straight down mid. That one.
The good news is,
But Zeus is behind. They're going for it. T1.
Looking for the angle, missing, could be in trouble here. Zeus on the backside looking to lock up, trying to take down a bit more damage. Infernal Chain's not going to be very effective. Knight going golden, has a bit more space. Kanavi now on the way in. In goes Kanavi, and that should just be it. T1 holding on for dear life. Faker uncontested on the backside. Gumayusi going golden, but he is going to go down. The flash out will not be enough. GA up just in time to keep Kanavi standing. It's a clean ace in the base of T1 as JDG will move on and close out game 2.
it's a textbook.
Oh boy.
The red side advantage. Oh no.
I saw Dagda.
Zeus on the flank, Faker over the wall. Objective getting lower and lower. The Weaver's wall coming out, isolating Owner. Might go for the 50-50, but it's absolutely psycho. Flashes over the arrow. Faker goes in. It's incredibly clean. JDG with the counter punch. Can they get anything back? Ruler untouched on the backside. Dragon still standing, but Owner will take that away too. My God, what an engage from T1.
Owner, you magnificent beast. What in the world? He makes the engage happen and he secures the Dragon. T1. Whoa!
Sing's ult up and available. The Ash can find an angle, it can all fall apart. Zeus caught out a bit here, forced to retreat. Dragon, objective, getting lower. Weaver's wall, bringing Knight into the fight. The entire team split. Arrow going wide, that's massive. 3-6-9 going to the pit, trying to isolate and take out the jungler. T1 now need to turn, it's the hostile takeover connecting. Who can get the objective? And the steal coming through in time for Kanavi, but the fight is not done. Missing on the backside, vulnerable on his lonesome, but JDG pulling back.
Off not to have the cleanse.
Zeus on the flank.
Zeus on the side. TP coming in, Faker looking to make the play, he gets Ruler! Owner goes in! And again, the combos are clean, the hostile takeover is damn well hostile! T1 looking to leave no survivors alive, 3-6-9 admits the entire team will get absolutely nothing! T1 in the clutch are too damn clean!
Baker predicts Ruler's flash. He gets there first. He catches him with the ultimate. It is a clean ace.
The T1 gonna go up to match point. And it's Faker that sets it up. Owner that knocks it down.
Just when you think that JDG are in total control, it wasn't even about the Cloud Soul. It was a single moment from T1 that gave them this game, that set them up for a match point. Missing, he won't be enough. T1 gonna break the base. T1 gonna move on to match point. A clean fight out of nowhere secures them their second game.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Bard instead. And let's not forget, it
Members here might be able to break the tower anyway. Still, they're going to break it. 3-6-9 caught up. Gumayusi can go in for the counter engage. The flash out. Carrier flashing forward. Will not connect on the stun. Faker on the flank. Herald's still there. Void Remora still there. Zeus finds the knockup. He finds two, but there's no follow-up. He gets out the Lulu wall. Kanavi now stepping in. Knight there. Shockwave comes back. The counter punch from JDG is too damn much, but T1 are still standing. Has to be the difference maker here. A good shockwave, the Zeri follow-up could be enough for JDG to take the fight, but for now they're focused on the objective. Owner zoning them away. 2.5K, it's getting lower and lower. They will burn it down. They get what they came for. T1, do they want to stay for the fight? Knockup coming through. Owner caught up. Flag and Drag will take him out to safety. Kanavi burning on the back side. Owner still standing. Ruler with the lightning crash now trying to go in. But goes gold and Carrier buys a bit more space for the rest of the team. Arrows coming in from the bars. Ruler incredibly low, but maybe, just maybe, he can turn it back. But Guma's still standing tall. He can't walk into range. T1 starting to feel like an inevitability. Ruler, Zeri, not enough.
T1 are running JDG in circles in these team fights. What?
Tails flashing forward, just trying to zone them away. Blood in their eyes. They want everything. They'll break the tier 1.
And Zayas is just like...
Forward to give up to Soul. Guma clearing the mid wave. T1 a bit split. Eyes on Ruler. Eyes on the shockwave of Knight. Kanavi stepping in. Flash to the side from Faker. At the cost of very little. Owner walking more, but Faker now dominating. Kanavi! A massive mistake. Carrier now going in. The Ruler's untouched. Goes golden and now Ruler looking to take over the fight. Ruler still standing, but Guma's still standing. Guma firing back. Ruler goes down. Guma's just better.
G trying to defend their golden road as it crumbles before them. T1, the onslaught will not stop. Third inhibitor goes down.
T1 pushing in. They're not done. They've got the Baron still. 36 seconds. 5K Red Bull Baron power play backing them up. Zeus finding an initial knockup, just a bit of poke. A single misstep from JDG and T1 can instantly fully commit to the fight. It's the shockwave. Kanavi getting lower and lower, falling apart under the pressure. JDG's hope dwindling. They've taken down BLG. They've taken down LNG. It is not LPL versus LCK. It is T1 versus the LPL. And they like those odds as they move to 5.
Okay. All right. Well, that is definitely a choice you can make.
But it looks like Weibo isn't even going to give them the opportunity. It's Owner!
Oh, there's a kick flash. Shaohu's going to be pushed into Faker. The flash forward, but the charm is going to miss.
What?
But Pierce doesn't land it. Shaohu just walks it up. No worries there at all as Crisp is under the turret. They throw down Errol, but Zeus has found 2 with the ultimate light. Goes down so low, but isn't going to survive. Weiwei trying to get himself out of there, and the Shy is given up on. Weiwei running the wrong direction, but they at least get the dragon.
Weibo get the dragon, but T1 get the kill. Shaohu lucky to get out of that one, but Weiwei, he's going home in the body bag. Underrated parts about this is how tanky it actually makes the cannon minions. They become very difficult to actually wave clear out. It allows you to harass your opponent, but Guma
could be in a bit of trouble here as Crisp looks for it. The immediate cleanse does get out of the way. Nature's Grasp isn't going to connect, but there is a twisted advance. Hostile takeover across everyone, though, but the Shy is just gigantic. Guma trying to hop away. The Fates call the knockups, and meanwhile, Weiwei is going down. Faker collects it before falling down. Crisp has to go, though, because he's so incredibly low, and Zeus is tearing them to shreds. Weibo T1 feel like they don't need a reset to try and break open the base of Weibo here in game 1 of the finals. Nature's Grasp flying forward. Owner still has that GA, remember. Chris going down so incredibly low. Zeus just executes the Shy up to the side, and there is another one. This guy's Yone is just absurd. And the inhibitor's going to go down. Weiwei is burning there as well, as now Shaohu tries to be the hero, but it does not work out, and I think T1 are just going to end game 1 here.
And the early game, T1 not able to get a bunch of crucial kills, but they don't let it phase them. They are able to find the one skirmish they're looking for, take the back. Ari here.
Yeah, so the Ari is going to be locked in. Is that an insta-lock? Okay, there we go. So the Gwen.
Yeah, I mean, he eat in, right? You could just stay at your tower and farm it up. He didn't want to lose the wave, but he's the one who goes aggressive. Now he's going to get zoned off the bot wave, so T1 punishing so heavily here.
Yeah, the flash forward from Carrier finds the handshake this time. The Infernal Chains come in. He's lit on fire. He's feared, and Gumayusi cashes in. Crisp going to be spotted, but he does put that ward down. That is going to get there. The Drake going down very, very low, and now the paranoia comes in. Faker looks for the Spirit Rush, and he does find it. The hostile takeover is massive as they get rid of Light immediately. Weiwei taken down for the double kill for Owner. Shaohu now trying to get some damage in the back end. It does take down the Nocturne, but it's Chris fighting on the bottom side of the map, and Gumayusi
it's again, I think that sense of desperation. They don't have a great vision set up. They don't know from which angle. I don't know how many people are responding. And T1, they're looking for more.
Yep, Shahu already taking a bit of poke damage. Light will turn up. As 4 members are here, teleport event not available for the Shy, but they dive in. The turret goes down, the needlework just rips the center to shreds. And Zeus just by himself destroying everyone. Hostile takeover comes in. Light has the cleanse, but you can't cleanse death. It's a triple kill for Zeus, and they'll get to work on the inhibitor. It might just be the game right here.
Zeus playing like his namesake, a god. This guy is going crazy in the finals.
Just extraordinary as Zeus helps clear up this second Nexus turret, and T1 at match point already.
This entire series, and we'll have to see if it's going to work for them, but I respect Weibo taking a big pivot here. So hard for Weibo to walk up because Keria is on that sideline. They know he's there.
Yeah, he flashes in. He finds himself the charm onto fours. There is the ultimate from the Shy, but it just doesn't quite do enough. They try and get out, but Faker has the perfect execution and locks down his fellow ninja. Shahu now taking a whole lot of damage, and Faker is in the shroud. He's toying with him. It's a double kill. What? Order! And back in again. It's a triple for Faker. Zeus is going to be able to block down the next one. Faker
won't even get that.
It's heartbreaking as now they take a magical journey over. Zeus, he likes this one though. 1 versus 3. He's absorbing so much. The Emperor's Divide. It comes in, but he's still alive. What is going on? Faker tidies up the burst. Everyone's just exploding as Weiwei trying to get something done, but it does not matter. T1 are too strong.
4 times T1 has lost in a game 5. 4 times they've been knocked out, and 4 times they have got back up for this moment.
It was 7 years since their last, a decade since their first. The SKT legacy has been reignited. T1 will be your 2023 World Champions.
Thank you for watching until the end. These were some of the best Guma moments from Worlds 2023. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.